YouTube? Nick Spears, NBS Freight, back with another video. And this one right here, we're gonna go back to the essence. You gotta go back and start from the beginning to see where I'm at now, right? That's just how I look at it. And that's how I'm gonna do my videos, you know, whatever. But trucking, right? As far as I go back as a little kid, I remember just being fascinated with trucks, right? So I had my little toy trucks, had them, right, and play with them. And I know my friends in the neighborhood, his dad was an actual truck driver. In 1986, he had a K100 Kenworth cab over. You know what those are, you know what I'm talking about. And I went for a ride in one with that. And I was hooked. I said, oh, this, it was just so cool to me as a little kid. Fast forward a couple years, quite a few years. And my uncle actually becomes a truck driver, Schneider, which is where I started at too, we'll get to that. And cab over, he would come by the house when he was in town and he'd visit. And man, that truck was sitting out there in front of the house. I just always thought that shit was so cool. And then I'd go out on the road with him quite a few times. I missed school for a couple of days, travel with my uncle on the road, and we just getting along, talking about all kinds of stuff. I didn't talk to my parents. I talked to my uncle Andy about, you know, and it was just so cool. You know, I just loved it. Years go by, you know, growing up, just mature. I'm not thinking about truck driving at that point, right? So then high school comes. I'm like, what am I gonna do? College, you know, military. So I decide to join the Air Force, right? Go to the Air Force. And it was good. Taught me a lot of stuff. I enjoyed my time. Traveled all over the country. Lived quite a few different places. Time was the real list. I said, you know what? Yeah, about the Air Force. I think I'm gonna get out. And put some thought into it. And I said, well, if I get out, I just can't go back home and have no regular job. I'm all just staying in the Air Force. And then I started thinking. Trucking came back to me. I said, you know what? Do some research, did my research, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do, you know, and that's what I did. So I got out the Air Force in 2003, came home, I chilled for about a month maybe, and went to Schneider, you know, training was good, you know, and first truck was an actual cab over. I had over 1 million miles on them, and that truck run, you know, it only goes 65, but it ran. You know, took me to Cali and back and other places in between. And that's, you know, that's where it all started. And one thing that's different I see versus a lot of people then versus a lot of people now, we had a love for trucking. You know, the money was gonna come. You know, I didn't get into trucking strictly for the money. I got into trucking because I loved it. I loved everything about it. That's why I did it for 19 years, you know, until I just had my fair share enough and, you know, complaining and this and that. And when you complain so much, it's time to make a change, and that's what I did. And I'll get to that too. But anyway, 2003 started. You gotta get that first year in. To really know, that first year is critical if you're really gonna be able to survive in trucking. Trucking is hard. It's not just a job, it's just a lifestyle. You're gone away from home, you know, you miss things. It wears on your body, your mind, you know. You got a lot of time to think when you're in that truck by yourself and everything that comes with it. Trust me, I know, I've been there, done that, right? And I stuck with it for a long time. Several different companies. I done did drive-in, the tanker, curtain side, that didn't last too long. Reefer, I did some spotter work too. I'd have been over the road for a period of time. I then switched to regional for a period of time. Even did local for a period of time, right? When you get more experience, you just want to try and do different things and just see what you want to do, because in trucking and transportation, there's so many different avenues. It's just not one particular thing, you know. All those different equipment types I named, right? And you got dump trucks, intermodal. I did that too, by the way. You got other kinds of tanker, pneumatic, and you got the drive, the liquid tanker. I mean, it's so many different avenues. We need to dive into that. But yeah, after doing that so many years and watching my kids grow up and getting married and wife and everybody just growing up and just missing out on a lot of time, you know, the money's there. You can make some money in trucking. And let me just say this, you won't get wealthy or rich. Now maybe some people do, but you'll make a nice income to survive and be able to thrive and, you know, do stuff that you want to do. If you come into the trucking and it's just strictly for the money, you just come into trucking strictly for the bag, you might not make it that long. Because trucking is more than just a bag. If you're gonna be around in trucking for a while, you're gonna have to love it and everything that comes with it. If you're strictly for the bag, you'll be here for a little bit, but you're gonna go bye-bye just like everybody else. Trucking that diesel gets in your veins, and the old timers, you know what I'm talking about. And it ain't nothing just driving that truck, switching them gears. You got your music on, you got your CB on, even if y'all probably don't even use CBs no more. You just out there on the open road, you just doing your thing. You ain't got nobody looking over your back, over your shoulder. It was just great, right? And as time goes on, I noticed myself doing a lot of complaining about things, like people do every day, and I see, watch, and this and that. After so much complaining, it's, what are you gonna do different? What are you gonna do next? Because you just get tired of complaining, and you just tired of doing the same shit. So I got to that point finally. And by the way, I was all strictly company driver. I thought about owner-operator a couple times, but I just wasn't. I didn't have enough in me to really push the button and go the owner-operator route. Even though I thought about it a few times, I just like, you know, and to stay away from this and do this and do that, and it was just a lot for me. So I just stayed complacent, and that complacency kind of kept me at a certain area. You know, that's what complacency does. It keeps you get comfortable, right? Doing too much complaining. I said, you know what? I need to make a change. Driving wasn't making me happy no more at all. I didn't. Even when I got local the last few years, I didn't want to do it no more. I didn't want to drive. I don't want to deal with all the traffic, all the congestion, all the hurry up and wait, and then unloading, and getting stuck here, missing this event, missing that event. You know, and just coming home, you got 34 hours, 48 hours if you're lucky to do what you gotta do before you have to leave back out and go back on the road and deal with everything when you get back. So I said, you know what? I started looking at some things, and I said, well, let me look into freight broker. And I was looking at the pros and the cons, and I said, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm pretty knowledgeable, and I'm still learning every day. I still don't know everything. You know, I'm still struggling, you know. But, you know, I pressed the button and I went for it. And here I am a year later, you know. Things could be better, especially in this climate, but I'm holding on. And things are gonna happen, things are gonna pop. It's just tight right now, you know. If you out in this transportation industry, you know what's going on. And yeah, so that's pretty much that, my expertise and my background, and we'll dive into more of those things, you know, when it comes around. But this video right here, I just wanted to get you a background of just where I'm coming from and my knowledge and my experience to lead up to where I'm at now. And that's just real, raw, there ain't no sugarcoating. I'm not gonna do none of that on this channel. You know, I'm just gonna give it to you how it is. And we're gonna do it like that, and that's what it is. It's trucking. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with another one until we end up talking about, diving into some other things. And until then, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, and see you next round.